everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet the summer measuring tape cover or cozy. This is the measuring tape cozy. They are so easy to work and just add a dimension of fun to your accessories and notions. So they are worked today using a 100% cotton yarn. I'm using a little bit of Pima cotton by Lion Brand. You're not going to need very much, maybe 20, maybe 30 yards. I'm going to be working it in two different colors today. And both of these, although one of them has a smiley face, the other's a couple different colors, they are both worked the exact same way. So you can see that there are options for the color work in this design. So for the pattern, you're going to need the yarn. You're also going to need one of these little plastic tape measures. You can get these in many different places, from a craft store, your dollar store, or on Amazon. There's so many places where you can buy these. Mine is about 2 inches or 5 centimeters across, just to give you an idea for the size. You're also going to need a 4mm crochet hook and a yarn needle and a pair of scissors for weaving in your ends and finishing them off. So I'm so happy that you've joined me today, and while you're here, don't forget to take a look around and of course subscribe and receive notifications so that you can be updated every time I post a new crochet stitch pattern or free crochet pattern. Let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started. For our pattern today, I'm going to start by working the front side, and I'm going to do this two-colored one here today in the video. We're going to start on this front side, but just so that you're aware ahead of time, the front and the first part of the back are done the exact same way. So we're going to start by chaining, making our slip knot, and then chaining 2. For round 1, into the second chain from your hook, you're going to work 6 single crochet stitches. Once you have 6 single crochet stitches, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. To tuck in my tails, I'm simply going to be working over top of them for this round. So for round 2, you're going to chain 1, continue working in the same direction and in the same color, and you're going to work 2 single crochet stitches into each stitch all the way around. At the end of round 2, you're going to have a total of 12 stitches. You can join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch and chain 1. Once again, continue working in the same direction. You're going to begin round 3 by working a single crochet into the first stitch, into that same stitch as joining, and then 2 single crochet stitches into the next stitch. You're going to repeat that all the way around, single crochet into the next stitch, followed by 2 single crochet stitches into the next. Repeat that all the way around. At the end of your round 3, join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch and chain 1. For round 4, work a single crochet into each of the first 2 stitches. Next, work 2 single crochet stitches into your next. You're going to repeat that all the way around. Work 1 single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, followed by 2 single crochet stitches into your next stitch, all the way around until you come to your first stitch, and you'll join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. At the end of your round 4, you'll have a total of 24 single crochet stitches. For round 5, you're going to chain 1, continue working in the same direction. Begin by working a single crochet into each of the first 3 stitches, followed by 2 single crochet stitches into your next stitch. You're going to repeat that all the way around, 1 single crochet into each of your next 3 stitches, followed by 2 single crochet stitches into your next stitch, all the way around until you come to your first stitch. When you come to your first stitch, join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch, and at the end of this round, you're going to have a total of 30 single crochet stitches. At the end of round 5, you've joined with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch, and you're going to chain 1. For round 6, work a single crochet into the same stitches joining and into each of the next 3 stitches. You're then going to work 2 single crochets into your next stitch. Next, work 1 single crochet into each of the next 4 stitches, followed by 2 single crochets into your next stitch. You're going to repeat that all the way around, 1 single crochet into each of the next 4 stitches, work 2 single crochet stitches into your next stitch all the way around until you come to that first stitch. You'll join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch, and at the end of this round, you're going to have a total of 36 stitches. At the end of round 6, you can join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch and then fasten off. You can then go ahead and weave in your ends, and you're going to set that front side apart. You're then going to, if you wish, pick up your color B. I'll be working this one in 2 different colors. And you're going to then repeat your rounds 1 through to 6 for the back side. The one difference being that at the end of your round 6, you will not fasten off. So go ahead, repeat rounds 1 through to 6. Do not fasten off at the very end of round 6, but meet me back here, and we will finish off our summer tape measure cozy. Once you have worked through to round 6 for the back side of your tape measure cover, you're then going to join with your slip stitch in the first stitch, and you can go ahead and chain 1. You're then ready to join the front side to the back side of the cover. So you're going to place them together with the wrong sides facing. Now then, depending on which way you would prefer to work, you're going to either continue working in the same direction with that wrong side facing, or I'm going to flip mine over so that I have the right side facing here as I work this final round. You're then going to work single crochet stitches in each stitch all the way around, working through the back loop only of the side facing you and the front loop only of the far side. So you're going to insert your hook under the front loop only and the back loop only of the far side, yarn over, pull through, and work a single crochet stitch. You're going to do that in each stitch all the way around. At first, you're only going to work about 2/3 of the way around, and then you're going to pause, and at that time insert the plastic tape measure into the cover. So I'm going to go ahead and work about 2/3 of the way around and then meet you back here. Once you've worked about 2/3 of the way around, working single crochet stitches in the back and the front loops only of both thicknesses, you're then going to take your little tape measure and you're going to slip it inside the cover. Now, as far as the placement goes, you're going to want where the tape measure pulls out to be back down where you started. So you just want to insert it just like so. You're then going to continue working your single crochet stitches in each stitch all the way around, just as you were before. And I worked around until there was one stitch remaining, so I did have a little bit of an opening in that final stitch. It just provided a little bit more space and make it a little easier for your tape measure to pull through and then retract again. Once you come all the way around, you'll work that final stitch. You're then going to chain 2 and turn your work. We're now going to work some of the petals around the outside, or the sunbeams if you're working a little sun as my first one. You're going to chain 2 and then work a double crochet 3 together over the next 3 stitches. So to work the double crochet 3 together, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and drop a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. You're going to do that twice more over the next 2 stitches. There's once and twice. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. That's your double crochet 3 together. You're then going to chain 2 and join with a slip stitch into the next stitch down below. You're now going to repeat that chain 2, work a double crochet 3 together over the next 3 stitches, chain 2 and slip stitch into your next stitch. You're going to repeat this all the way around. When you come all the way around, you'll find that there's a little bit of space between your tape measure and possibly where you worked the second to last one. You're going to, and you'll have a few stitches left. You're going to chain 2 and work your final double crochet 3 together over the next 2 stitches, but then into the back side only of the next stitch. So you're working through the back side only of your tape cover. To complete that double crochet 3 together, then chain 2 and join with a slip stitch down into your first stitch. You can then go ahead, fasten off, weave in that end, and your summer measuring tape cover is then complete. That's all there is. So thank you so much for joining me. And once again, while you're here, don't forget to subscribe, take a look around, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.